everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make coconut oil and coconut flour with one simple ingredient, coconut. So for this recipe I'm making use of 5 healthy coconuts. You can use more. I think you should use more, don't use less. If you want a good amount of coconut oil, make sure you use more than 5 or at least 5. Okay, if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe, click the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is to break our coconut and get the meat, which is that white thing, out of it. So we're going to start. I think I should break this off camera because we're going to be doing a lot of, let me break it. I'm going to snap my fingers and it's all going to be done. And just like that, it's all peeled. Next thing we want to do is to remove the back. To do this, use a potato peeler or a knife, and your recipe going to peel off. This is going to take us some time, okay? But if you want your white coconut flour, if you just want to make coconut oil, you don't have to do this. But if you want to make coconut flour, I would advise that you peel this off, this black edges off, okay? Because of how hard this is, it's best to use a knife. So just go in with a knife and peel the back, like you see me do. I'm going to snap my fingers again and it will be all done. And just like that, we're done peeling it. If you want that white coconut flour, you need to peel it and get it like this, okay? If not, it's going to have specks. Your coconut flour is going to have specks. But if you want to make only coconut oil, you don't have to peel it, okay? But because we're going to use the shaft to make coconut flour, we have to peel it. So the first thing we're going to do is to blend this with a little bit of water to get our coconut milk. Blend with too much water, okay? So just blend till you get like a very thick coconut milk, alright? So we're going to blend this now in batches and strain out our coconut milk. So I've put in water about quarter of the jug. I don't want the water to be too much. So I'm just going to go ahead to blend this. Next thing we're going to do once this is blended is to strain out the milk. As you can see, I didn't add too much water. The more water you add, the more you're going to have to heat up the oil. If you have a cheesecloth, you can also use that. And make sure you get fine particles. So now that we're done blending, we're left with 2 ingredients. We're left with our coconut milk. Please don't blend with too much water. So there are 2 different ways to make coconut oil. The first way is to, if you blend with a lot of water, you're going to let it sit into the fridge. The water will settle down and the cream will form on top, okay? But if you blend with a little water like this, you can just go ahead directly and pour this into a pan and allow the water evaporate, okay? Because this is very thick. This is all the milk from 5 coconuts, so you know that it's very thick. So don't blend with too much water. But peradventure you blend with too much water, let it sit undisturbed in the fridge for about 3-4 hours. The water will settle down, then the cream, which is the thick part, would float on top. Here we have a mix of water and cream, but the water is not too much and I can easily heat this up, okay? So I'm going to just use that method so that we can finish it up quickly. This is the pulp from blending our coconuts, and what we're going to do now is to dehydrate this. We're going to dehydrate it for at least 6 hours. If you don't have a dehydrator or a oven, you can just put it in the sun to dehydrate, okay? Just put it open and let it dehydrate. So I'm going to put this in the oven first at a very low temperature, like 80 to 90 degrees, and you're just going to dehydrate it, okay? If you want it to maintain this white color, please don't put it in a hot oven. It is going to turn brown that way. So let me put this in the oven. So my oven is already on and I'm just going to put it on top. The next step is to boil this to get our coconut oil rather.
After boiling for about 15 to 20 minutes, if you just boil directly, you would realize that what you have left is the cream. This is the coconut cream that I was saying would settle on top, except when it settles in the fridge, it will be a thick layer, okay, that you can easily scoop up and boil. Now, you want to just boil this further for about maybe 10 minutes, and you would see the oil begin to separate from the cream. Make sure you don't allow this burn, okay, to give your oil a different flavor and taste. So once that is done, just set it aside. I went ahead to check on my coconut flour, and as you can see, it's still wet. Okay, it still had a lot of fluid in it, so I just went ahead to mix it. As you can see, some of the shaft on the at the edges of the baking tray are beginning to turn brown, so you want to mix it from time to time. Now I went back to my oil, and I'm just going to strain this out. You're going to get some oil inside that cream as well, so just strain as much as you can get out of it. All right, then you're going to just let it cool down and put it in a jar.
So we're done with our coconut oil, and this is the coconut oil that we got from 5 medium-sized coconut. Like I said, if you want to make a good amount of coconut oil, you need more coconuts. Okay, now if you've ever wondered why coconut oil is expensive, this is the reason. Obviously, for people doing it in commercial purposes, for selling, they don't use this heating method, and they have a commercial process that make sure that they get better yield. But even at that, you cannot get so much oil from one coconut. Okay, so this is all that we got. It's clear, it's nice, it smells so coconutty, like Jesus, smells really good. Honestly, it smells really good. So this is how you make coconut oil. We made it via the heating method. This is the heating method that we use. There are other methods of making coconut oil, but this is the one that I use. Like I said, if you don't want to just directly pour the whole milk in water and boil, just keep it in the fridge, let the water settle, then that cream will come on top. So it's just that cream that you boil. So basically, you make coconut oil from coconut cream. My pulp is still in the oven, and what I want to do is just put it in the oven for about 3 hours so that the water would evaporate, not all. Then I'll just air dry the rest, and I'll come back and show you guys what we have tomorrow when it is done and drying. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.
This was the very next day. I ended up taking it out of the oven and just letting it air dry all night. Then the next morning I put it in my air fryer that has a dehydrate function. Okay, some of them might still turn brown, but it is better than when you do it in a hot heated oven. You can also air dry it in the sun. All right, and you just want to blend it until it is smooth. All right, once it is dry, put it in a blender and blend, and there you have it, your coconut flour. You just want to sift in case there are any lumps or particles so that you get a fine flour. That's all. So this is me just sifting it. Coconut flour is very easy to make. I think the hard part is just dehydrating it and just waiting for it to dry up. Okay, but you want to make sure that it is very dry before you blend it so that you don't get a paste. So this is me just sifting it, and once I was done sifting it, you're going to just put it in an air-tight container, and you have made homemade coconut flour. The smell, it smells so nutty and so delicious. You can use it to bake bread, banana bread, your normal loaves of bread, cookies, and all that. And this is all that we made. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you on my next one.